Hello and welcome to Indonesia Now, a look at the week's top stories and people. I'm Dalton Tanonaka.
Selamat berjumpa, I'm Frida Litwina. Thank you for joining us, and a special hello to viewers in Singapore. Indonesia joined the world in pledging help to Haiti.
President Yudhoyono sent a relief team Friday that included 30 medical personnel to the devastated Caribbean country. A parade of prominent government leaders was pushed and prodded by lawmakers in the Century Bank bailout case.
And not all of the answers given were satisfying to questioners. Former anti-corruption chief Antasari Ashar again proclaimed his innocence in the murder of businessman Nasruddin Zulkarnain. Selamat berjumpa. Welcome to Indonesia Now from Metro TV in Jakarta. I'm Frida Litwina.
Hello, I'm Dalton Tanonaka. Thank you for joining us. Parliament's investigation into the Century Bank bailout began officially this week.
And Vice President Budiono is expected to be questioned soon in the government's $716 million assistance to the troubled bank. 7 Iranian nationals are facing death sentences in Bali for drug smuggling.
Hello and welcome to Indonesia Now. We're in Jakarta. I'm Dalton Tanonaka.
Selamat berjumpa. I'm Frida Litwina. Thank you for joining us. Authorities prepared for the worst, but what resulted was a mostly peaceful demonstration against corruption.
Thousands rallied Wednesday in several cities across the country as part of International Anti-Corruption Day.
The day before, the president pledged to lead a jihad or holy war against corruption, referring to the problem as a common enemy. Also speaking out this week, Finance Minister Sri Mulyani. Selamat berjumpa. Welcome to Indonesia Now from Jakarta. I'm Frida Litwina.
Hello, I'm Dalton Tanonaka. Thank you very much for joining us. The report of the independent team looking into the corruption case against 2 anti-corruption officers is now in the hands of the president.
Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono is expected to respond on Monday.
The annual gathering of Asia-Pacific nations wound up in Singapore with a significant sidelines meeting for Indonesia.
President Yudhoyono got high-profile FaceTime with U.S. President Barack Obama on Sunday after the conclusion of the APEC summit. Now, one definite outcome of the bilateral meeting was the confirmation of Indonesia's reopened door to a U.S. program.
Indonesia Now's Yos Kusuma has the details of the return of the Peace Corps.
Selamat berjumpa. Welcome to Indonesia Now from Jakarta. I'm Frida Litwina.
Hello, I'm Dalton Tanonaka. Thank you very much for joining us. The report of the independent team looking into the corruption case against 2 anti-corruption officers is now in the hands of the president.
Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono is expected to respond on Monday.
Hello and welcome to Indonesia Now, on location at the PX Pavilion at St. Moritz in West Jakarta. I'm Dalton Tanonaka.
Selamat berjumpa. I'm Frida Litwina. Thank you for joining us at our new time. It's a sensational case with corruption fighters accused of corruption, dramatic tape recordings, and government officials being forced to resign.
And even the president's name has been mentioned negatively in the widening scandal. Indonesia Now's Andini Effendi joins us with the latest. Andini, this is a story that only gets more incredible.
Right, Frida and Dalton.
Hello and welcome to Indonesia Now from the studios of Metro TV in Jakarta. I'm Dalton Tanonaka.
Selamat berjumpa. I'm Frida Litwina. Thank you for joining us. The president and his new team got down to work this week, but began by listening, not talking.
A national summit of representatives from the private and public sectors is designed to hear from those who can directly affect the country's economy. But as Indonesia Now's Yos Kusuma reports, a debate over pay raises preceded the gathering.
Fighting corruption was also addressed by the president. On the same day, police arrested 2 suspended members of the Anti-Corruption Commission.
Hello, welcome to Indonesia Now from the studios of Metro TV in Jakarta. I'm Dalton Tanonaka.
Selamat berjumpa. I'm Frida Litwina. Thank you for joining us. The official number of dead from the September 30th earthquake in West Sumatra now stands at 1,117.
But one young man survived in an incredible story of courage in a life-or-death situation. Indonesia Now's Yos Kusuma has his story.
Another shooting has taken place involving the Freeport mine in Timika, Papua. The latest major drug bust came at the Soekarno-Hatta International Airport Wednesday, involving mostly Iranian women. Selamat berjumpa. This is Indonesia Now from the studios of Metro TV in Jakarta. I'm Frida Litwina.
Hello, I'm Dalton Tanonaka. Thank you very much for joining us for the week's top stories and people. The case now closed in the July 17th Jakarta hotel bombings.
Authorities say they have all suspects rounded up or buried. Rebuilding after the earthquake is one of the immediate challenges in the second term of the Yudhoyono administration.
The incumbent is sworn in on Tuesday, and then he'll announce his new team. Indonesia has who might be in the next cabinet. Yos, as you might expect, there's been a lot of speculation on new and old faces.
A lot of talk, Dalton and Frida, and cabinet choices, Frida and Dalton. The formal announcements will come right after his inauguration on Tuesday.
All right, Yos, thank you very much.
Welcome to Indonesia Now, Metro TV's weekly international program. We're in Jakarta. I'm Dalton Tananaka.
Selamat berjumpa. I'm Frida Litwina. Thank you for joining us. Two suspected terrorists wanted in the Jakarta hotel bombings last July were cornered and shot dead by police on Friday. Security measures are tighter in the heart of Indonesia's #1 tourist destination.
That's after a Japanese tourist was raped and killed in the Kuta Beach district.
Indonesia's anti-corruption agency has new leaders, but they are only temporary.
Hello and welcome to Indonesia Now, Metro TV's weekly international program. I'm Dalton Tananaka.
Selamat berjumpa. I'm Frida Litwina. Thank you for joining us, particularly to you in Japan. Police had smiles on their faces when they made their announcement late Thursday.
And what they had to say even drew applause from journalists in the room. Northern Top was dead.
The new law passed Monday in Aceh that mandates adulterers be stoned to death could be struck down by the central government. Some of Indonesia's most famous residents faced a scary threat to begin the... Major cities in Indonesia are emptying out ahead of the yearly observance of Eid al-Fitr.
The national holidays Monday and Tuesday mark the end of the fasting month of Ramadan for Muslims. And as Indonesia Now's Kartika Tasno reports, it means heading to hometowns any way possible. Hello and welcome to Indonesia Now from the studios of Metro TV in Jakarta. I'm Dalton Tananaka.
And I'm Frida Litwina. Selamat berjumpa. Thank you for joining us. This week marks 5 years after a human rights activist Munir Said Talib was murdered aboard a Garuda flight to Amsterdam.
And his supporters and widow continue to ask, when will justice be done? Indonesia Now's Andini Effendi, president, pledging that this case would be solved.
That's right, Frida and Dalton. In fact, Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono promised there will be no more Munirs.
Hello and welcome to the 3rd anniversary special of Indonesia Now. I'm Dalton Tananaka.
Selamat berjumpa, I'm Frida Litwina. And as you can see, we are here on location in Surabaya, Indonesia's second biggest city. Behind us is the city skyline. But before we get to the story of Surabaya, let's go to our studio in Jakarta.
Indonesia Now's Andini Effendi is standing by with the top news of the week. Andini, what's going on?
Dalton and Frida, here's what's happening in the archipelago.
Selamat berjumpa. Welcome to Indonesia Now from Jakarta. I'm Frida Litwina.
Hello, I'm Dalton Tananaka. Thank you very much for joining us for this special destination edition.
You are called an Aman junkie if you've been to more than 2 Aman resorts in the world. There are 21 Amans in all, 4 in Indonesia.
In fact, the man who started it all 21 years ago, Adrian Zeka, is a Java native, although his very first Aman was in Phuket, Thailand. Hello, welcome to Indonesia Now from the studios of Metro TV in Jakarta. I'm Dalton Tananaka.
Selamat berjumpa. I'm Frida Litwina. Thank you for joining us. The Suharto name is back in politics.
Yes, a surprise announcement this week from the former president's youngest son, Tommy Suharto, says he wants to lead the party of his father back to glory. Indonesia Now's Yos Kusuma has the story.
Police in Jakarta issued search warrants for 4 terrorist suspects. One of them, cleric Saifuddin Jailani, is believed to be the recruiter of suicide bombers in the July 17th hotel attacks. Selamat berjumpa. Welcome to Indonesia Now from the studios of Metro TV in Jakarta. I'm Frida Litwina.
Hello, I'm Dalton Tananaka, and we're glad you joined us for the week's top stories and people. They lost the election and now hope to win in court.
Presidential candidates Yusuf Kala and Megawati Soekarno Putri filed lawsuits this week, hoping to at least get another shot at the incumbent. Indonesia Now's, it's not over till it's over.
Well, that's what the 2 opponents believe, Frida and Dalton. And the spokesman of the winner, President Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono, said the claim of millions of missing names defies common sense.
Okay, and that's what the court has to make sense of and make a ruling on later. Andini, thank you very much.
10 people were found guilty of gambling charges in a case that had activists and families in disbelief. That's because the 10 defendants are all under 16 years old. Indonesia Now's Yos Kusuma has the story.